And the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On second down, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seahawks, Wilson to Baldwin.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run it down out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On second down, Wilson. His throw incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, here's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there, 77 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On first down, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Baldwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Wilson on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Second and 10, Stafford again. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
21. Hey, 22. Set. Go 20.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Again, it's Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw on second down is Stafford. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, here we go. Let's go now, let's go.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Gotta go, in and out.
Here's Wilson to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Third and 2, now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Stafford on 3rd down. He hits Riddick underneath. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Set. Waiting. Hey, red. 21. Zebra.
On first down, it's Stafford. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first down, Stafford here. Caught right side, Tate. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Stafford now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
21. Set. Get away.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. He's to the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Theo Riddick, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes our score 17-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. They got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Stafford now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
22!
Stafford on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hurry!
Here's Stafford now on second down. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Stafford now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions add on to their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
On the ball, on the ball. Hey, 22. Let's go. Four down. Check.
On second down, here's Stafford. The completion to Riddle. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Now it's Stafford. He's going to let one fly for a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Wilson on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. So here come the Lions now.
Hurry!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Now a first carry to Williams Blount. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Give me radar.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Moving it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. He finds Riddick, complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again. Stafford. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And Tate's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll get it up the middle. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. LeGarrette Blount taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Prater on to add the extra point. Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Sean Robinson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Caught right side, Jerome Brown. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. It's complete to Brown, right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. And when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
3 down. 3 down.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. You got 3 tempo, baby. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Come on, tempo.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dover Quinn. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride onto.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Hey, 22. Sacking me, Ray. On the ball.
Stafford going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.